Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shador? Door Shredder coming back to you with a brand new episode of Craftoria, and today we are going to be venturing forth into the Twilight Forest, and that did not work. Apparently, these flowers are not acceptable. Okay, ducks. I was hoping that would be like a really cool intro. Ah, that sucks. Okay, what do we got? Do we got anything? Uh, Poppies, roses. I was hoping these flowers would work. Twilight Forest. Aha. Okay. I figured. I just gave it a try. Twilight Forest, here we go. So, we're going to do this quite quickly here. We're basically going to just skip all the way through to each boss. You guys aren't going to really see any context to it. You need context. This Twilight Forest hasn't changed in a long time. So honestly, go look back at old videos of other people. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to get to the first boss, which is the Naga. And we will be back in a second. All right, here is the Naga. We're just going to get this guy taken care of real quick. Should not be a challenge at all. And his chest spawned... Where exactly? There it is. So that is the Naga trophy completed, and a scaled cloak, which is reliquified Twilight Forest. No idea what that is, but that's okay. There is our first boss done. What do we get for doing these? Trophy pedestal. Okay, cool. All right, on to the next. All right, the next one here is the Lich, which I think we're technically supposed to, like, hit their pearls back at them. But I'm just gonna, like, keep attacking. I need, like, a modern, the modern industrialization nuke. I think that would work better. Oh, where'd they go? Where did they go? Oh, they're up here. I was, what? Yeah, because I think we're just supposed to basically hit the pearls back, and that takes out their shield, which is the right way to fight this guy, but I kind of just try to wail on him until I hit a pearl or two back at him. But this is the right way to do it. Now we can just take him out. Okay. Quick, simple, easy. And then his chest should spawn here in a second. Looks like the chest spawns are kind of delayed. Okay, beautiful. Any of this apotheosis stuff? Nope. Okay. Alright, we got what we needed. On to the next. Quick sidetrack. Kill a crow. Or raven. Whatever they are. They look the same. Ravens, I think, are technically bigger than crows, but these guys are tiny. So, crow, raven, whatever you want to call it. And if you combine this with the torchberry and a glowstone dust, and then combine that with paper, you can get a blank magic map that allows for you to find structures easier. So if you want to find torchberries, go down into a cave, and you'll find them right there. Perfect. And then now we can make up the maze map focus, and then that will allow for us to get the blank magic map. We can right-click with this, and we can see if I... Probably put this in my offhand. Oh, nope, still can't see it because I'm in the bottom corner of it. So we've got the... What is this one here? So we've got a hedge maze. Looks like we've got a small hill over to the top. And then to the left, we've got another hill. And then down this way, we've got a Yeti. So this is a good way, I will let you know, to just find what you're looking for. And I don't know, do we need the minor bosses? These are the minor bosses up here. These three are technically minor bosses. This is the questing ram where you give him a whole bunch of wool of every color, so all 16 colors of wool, but you can actually find around. As you can see, I've already got 2 colors. There's some sheep over here, rams, that we can actually get more colors from. Looks like we've got same colors here, but yeah, so those are just some things to note. Alright, quickly going to take on a minor boss here, which is the Alpha Yeti. So these guys actually surround the Snow Queen, which is our next one. And this guy's chest is in the ground. Okay. So that is good. And these guys are just normal Yetis, by the way. You can actually get their fur and make armor, which is pretty cool. Glacier Iced Tea, apparently. Alright, and I think the Alpha Yeti, he drops a different kind of fur, and you can get his armor as well. But in the middle of all this, as you can see on the map, is actually the Snow Queen, which is our next stop here. This is one of the coolest structures, in my opinion, because I just love the block, in all honesty. But in one of these pillars is the Snow Queen, so we're just gonna kind of cheat-ski-doodle this, and find the Snow Queen, and then beat her up. Okay? So that is the next boss completed, which she is, of course, a major boss. So that is perfect. So we've got the Alpha Yeti, which he is the minor boss. And so he's up here. He's the silver. And then, of course, you've got the Lich, the Naga. I'm just going to claim these real quick. And then, of course, this one. Next boss. All right. Up next, we're doing the Minoshroom. All right. Minoshroom is completed. We will grab... What is this? Minotaur Hoof? Okay. And, of course, we got a whole bunch of meat stroganoff. And then a Minotaur Axe of the Bull. Cool, cool, cool. So this dude was definitely probably one of the easiest ones. Now let's see what other stuff we got. Anything good? We'll just grab everything real quick. Most of this stuff's useful. The armor, not so much, but we'll probably toss it later down the line. Blank maze maps, red thread, which I can't remember what red thread is used for. Isn't it like redstone? At least I think it is. Let's just see. No, it doesn't look like it. Actually, it is powered. Huh. Like redstone. Interesting. I didn't even know this was a thing. The more you know. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, up next, the Hydra. And it looks like we have some bad world gen as well, because he is not in his normal den. He's just on a stone platform. So that's kind of interesting. Not 100% sure what's happening. I've seen a couple generation issues with the Twilight Forest. It looks like the mounds and hills are kind of messing up a little bit. So, interesting, interesting. Okay. So he is down. It should be golden. Once he fully dies out, the chest should spawn. Perfect. There's the Hydra skull. And then... what's next? The Urgast? The Urgast, the Phantom Knight, and the Questing Ram. Alright, I will be back in a second. I think we're about to go up against another boss here. One of the problems is I think we're in like a restricted area because this is the Urgast Tower. The problem is, I need to kill these guys. So hopefully we don't die due to the tendrils. We're just taking these guys out. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. The generation's definitely messed up in this pack, that is for sure. Okay, that guy's dead. Looks like this is the last dude. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so the tendrils now disappear once we killed that guy. So we should be golden. I'm gonna pick up... do I really need any of this? I guess I will for apotheosis reasons. We're gonna have to clear out my system soon, I think, because I've been just throwing a whole bunch of junk in it, but I don't think there's any other loot or anything in here. I just want to check these tombs. Nope, that was it. Okay. Alright, we are off to the Urgast Tower now. Alright, let's get this guy spawned in here. Alright, the Urgast is dead. Quickly just knock out these guys. And let's go look at the chest here. So yes, you're not supposed to kill him by just completely and utterly swinging on him, by the way. There is like these little contraptions over here that will kill him once he like steps on them and stuff. Or once you step on them. But yeah, we just didn't do that. I'm going to actually quickly also just grab what's in these item frames here. in case we ever need any of this. Ah, all right. Yeah, because this is what that is, by the way, that recipe is for. Is this reactor that can change the tower a little bit. But we don't want to do that. Okay. Is that all of them? Besides the questing ram. Okay. The questing ram is going to be a difficult one, but I will try and find him. It's rarer than every other one, so that's kind of what we're going to have to find and hope that we actually can find him. But I have not seen one just yet, so I'll have to find one. Okay, so I found, I do believe, the questing ram's biome, which is the Enchanted Forest. So rather than going through and looking through the maps, because I did like 3 maps in total, and I couldn't find him, so I just went and looked for the Enchanted Forest in the Nature's Compass, and here he is. So he should be, yes, right here. So this guy needs all 16 colors of wool. So we'll grab what we have here. We really just need one of each. I think white wool even counts here. We've got black, we've got gray, we've got light gray, we've got blue. So we need to go for the other colors of wool. So let's grab a red wool. Red wool. Let's grab a yellow wool. What is this? It's bleached wool. Okay. Yellow, let's do lime. Let's do green. Let's go for cyan. Actually, do I have cyan? I already have cyan. I don't have light blue. Purple. Let's go magenta. And of course, you can still find all of these guys around the area, but this is just simpler. So this is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then we are missing 1 color. So you can see all the colors on his back, by the way. And also inside of this dispenser, a handful of colors of wool. I didn't give him pink. Okay. Yeah, I just missed the pink one. Well, let's pick up all the goodies that he's dropped for us. Beautiful. Oop. Okay. But that is the Twilight Forest completed, according to the quest book. So we're going to say that it is completed. And that is beautiful. But yeah, the questing ram. I actually don't know what happens if you try to kill this guy. Nothing. Okay. Alright, beautiful. We are all back to the overworld. Alright. So, with the questing ram done, that now completes the entire chapter for bosses. Monster Mayhem's completed. So the other thing that we want to do now is do the trial... what is it called? Trials of the Awakened. So what is this exactly? So this is 4 rounds. It's not letting me scroll through this, so I'm thinking something's going to be up with this, but we shall just send it. So we need the Empowerer from Actually Editions, which is going to be us getting into Actually Editions this episode, apparently, which is not something I really wanted to do, but we will do it, and we're just going to put everything over here. So what do we need to do? We need to get iron casings. We need to get the double battery. Okay, so we need the atomic reconstructor. Okay, we need a button. We need a redstone torch. And we need a gate. So the redstone torch toggles the redstone mode, by the way. So putting pulse on here will allow for us to press a button and then do what we need to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some iron. Turn off our magnet first. So iron. That'll give us some Anori crystal blocks. We can then convert those to Anori's crystals. And then we're going to grab, I think, some coal. We'll just kind of cover our bases here. I think coal... Actually, no, we don't need coal. I don't think we need void crystals for anything. Yeah, we may as well. We'll go coal. We'll go redstone. This will give us Restonia. We'll go diamond. Okay. This will give us diamantine. I should always just bring this into my crafting table, crafting bench thing. So that way I can just get it all broken down. Let's go for emeralds. This will give us the emeraldic. Beautiful. And then I think last but not least, lapis. And this will give us palace crystals. Okay. I think we've got a handful of everything we need. So we should be able to get this going. Maybe. We do have plenty of black crystals, I hope. And actually, let's teach our system this stuff. Especially this right here. Okay. This should make it easier on us. Because we should just be able to do this. That should make that battery really quickly. So we need a display stand, which is aesthetic quartz. Okay. So we need chiseled quartz. What's the other one? Because I saw there was another block. So that's just ethic quartz, which is blocks of quartz. Okay, so let's grab blocks of quartz. We're just gonna grab 2 stacks, get those pushed over, and then now we just need the chiseled, which, if I'm not mistaken, is this. Okay. All right, and then we'll just drop this. All right, drop this. Press the button. That'll give us the ethic green quartz. That'll give us the display stand. Actually, we need... let's just grab like 16 of these guys. One more iron casing. And Empowerer. Okay. So we're going to set this right here. Actually, let's set it here. And we'll grab some gates. Let's just go with another set of these. Okay. And then the final portion. All right. Let's do this. So I just grabbed all the items we need for this. And this should kickstart it. I hope. I think this is how this works. Ah, missing the Ender Pearl. Because I think whenever I look at this, I was just looking at that and I completely ignored the middle item. That should empower. I hope. Alright, so I don't think this is working because I actually need to push these guys out just a little bit more. So let's go. So this is the center. 1, 2 here. 1, 2 here. And actually that's at the perfect spot. And then 1, 2 here. And put these guys back. Put these things back. There we go. So it's because I didn't space them. That was my problem. Oh well. Okay. We have one of the probably worst ideas that I'm probably going to do, because I feel like I'm just going to die or something here. I don't know how overpowered, underpowered, I don't know anything about this. I just know it's in the quest book, so I want to do it. And so we're going to go, actually... Where do I want to go for this? Because I don't know if these guys can destroy blocks. But... You know what? Let's go over to this dimension. And let's just plop it down in here. This might be a little cheekski. There's not enough space. Okay. I will make space. Let me make some space and I'll be right back. Alright, let's try this one more time here. Okay, perfect. So we are actually inside of a kill box, by the way, with the mob crusher outside. So we're gonna see what happens. Alright, did they spawn in? Oh, they are outside. Okay. Well, that's not cool. You're supposed to spawn inside. Okay, let's just try. Oh, look how much health this guy has. How are you supposed to kill this dude? That dude, he has so much health, my guy. Hold on. Where's he at? Come here. Because I won't be able to kill this dude. That's a joke. And he just keeps teleporting. There's 4 rounds of this. I'm just going to grab a whole bunch more tinted glass real quick. And while he just disappears after a while. Because I'm not afraid of dying. But the fact that he is, like, teleporting and everything... There's not much else I can do. Besides just increase the ceiling for our kill box. And then hope that the next boss, or the next time we do this, that they will stay in here. Yeah, see, and he keeps teleporting. At mob. Wondering if getting a few of these might prevent him from teleporting, but I highly doubt it. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, it's not even going to prevent him from teleporting. Okay, so this was just a waste of time. Cool. I really don't know what to do. I mean, I don't have anything that's going to be able to deal, like, that much damage. Where's he at? Okay. Yeah, I'm just canceling it. There was no point in continuing. None whatsoever. So I just wasted all of those materials. Because, I mean, if that guy's got that much health, then I would assume every other creature is going to have that much health. Right? And I don't know of a way to kill him. Genuinely. We still doing good over here. Okay. Because I even had the mob crusher attacking him at that at one point, and it still basically did nothing. What to do? Because I can't prevent him from teleporting. Like, what do they expect? Is there, like, a thing telling me... Is there anything actually talking about the Trials of Awaken? We got relics and artifacts, gadgets. Because you ain't rushing to kill these bosses without, like, a better weapon. But I don't know of anything. Because that thing's not that strong. This thing only does 37 damage. Right? Like, I don't think the Eclipse Alloy Sword does that much. Do I have an... no, I don't have a sword. So 9 attack damage. This thing does 11. This thing does 37. Okay. Saber? Do we have anything like that? Nope. Sword. Do we have like a boss of mass destruction weapon that might do better? Nope. Cataclysm? Hmm. Because the only thing I could think of is the katana. The meka-tana. That does probably a lot more damage, but the problem is we need more antimatter. So, yeah, I guess we're on hold until that point. And I don't think we could, like, stasis chamber these guys. This is holding. Yep. Oh, he's broken. So if I were to move this up, okay, move it down. Move it like right there. That may kill him after quite a while. I'm just gonna let it sit and I'll be right back. Yeah, as of like right now, this is not doing nearly enough damage to even consider this being an option, right? I mean, because I could sit here and I could wail on this guy even, and this is not even doing anything. Like, this is absolutely absurd, my guys. And I don't know why this would even be added if there's not a way to beat it from what I'm seeing, right? Because if there is, I mean, dropping a nuke on him, I mean, that might be a thing. The Quantum Sword might be the option, but of course that requires us to get through a large portion of Modern Industrialization's upper tiers, because apparently that has attack damage of infinity. That might be your option, but if that's the only option, that's forcing Modern Industrialization, which is a problem with the older mod packs, the All Fabric mod packs, and I don't want to do that. So we're making, let's just say, quite a bit of crushers, quite a bit of those, and we're gonna see if we can just surround this entire box in crushers and add on tier 3 upgrades, which it looks like that may be broken. I may have to go look at that. But if we can do this, surround the entire thing in crushers, and potentially do damage to this guy, then I'm down for it. So I'm going to do some more looking into this and seeing if we can actually get somewhere. If we can't, we may have to wait till we get towards Modern Industrialization's final portion, which I don't know if will ever happen. So, we're going to try out some options, and we're going to see if we can kill this guy. And if we can, cool. If we can't, then crap. That's just going to be a pain. So we shall see. Alright, since that ended up failing, I actually have just stuck this guy in a jar. Which now means that I am getting enchanted books for free, and like handfuls of diamonds and stuff. So I've actually quickly went ahead and did the Library of Alexandria, which I did augment, of course, our enchanting setup, which is over here now. So that I've just replaced basically, I think, 2 pearlescent end shelves, took out the melon shelves, and then added, I guess I also took out the arcane, yes, deep shelf of arcane treasures. I took out those 2, replaced those with 2 echoing deep shelves. But yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 echoing deep shelves, 5 draconic end shelves, 2 normal end shelves, and then 3 pearlescent end shelves gives us the ability to make the Library of Alexandria. And that is fantastic. So now that way we're able to store whatever enchantments we get from the kind of waste of time that this thing was. I put down so many crushers. I put in a stack of crushers, and basically that got us nowhere. So I'm going to give up on that feat for now. I think either the meka-tana or the quantum sword is probably going to be our best option, which of course I don't really want to do, but we may have to. I gotta go in here real quick. I just wanted to check this out, but I know I keep spawning in here because the spawns won't stick, so gotta break it every time I come in here. Alright, so we are still going. We've actually got 8 antimatter pellets now, which means that we should be able to get this. And I'm actually going to gauge dropper the antimatter that's currently in here, and I'm going to keep it in the tank from now on. Okay. So that is the antimatter. So let's grab the whatever in the world this machine was. And we're actually going to slap this down in here. I think right there sounds good. And so this machine is set to do a lot of stuff. Not really. It actually does not that much for what its cost is. But we need this to be able to do replica ingots in the future. And we need this to do... I know there's one other thing in here. Make a crossbow. Why would you waste antimatter on that? This. The enriched shining is also a thing we need to do. But I don't know how much antimatter that actually is. So I'm kind of wondering if we have enough to even do this. So let's grab our gauge dropper. What did I do with it? Did I throw it back in here? I did not. Okay. Okay, so hold on. So thermonuclear, because that just went by really quickly. So I need to know how much that actually was. So this was 608. That's 1 millibucket of antimatter. Oh, I thought we were like waiting for a while to get like buckets of this. Goodness gracious, so 1 to 1. Okay, so that means that we should be able to get the meka-tana. I do believe. I think we should. Meka-tana. Because this thing only requires 2 shiny alloy. And that gives us 4. So is this... Ooh, that is 4 shiny to get 1 shining alloy. So we basically need to do... Crap. That should be enough for that. So let's just slash home. We're going to do this on camera because I'm not setting this one up automatically. We just don't have enough antimatter to even consider doing something like that. So let's grab some thermonuclear alloys. Let's just snag up 2 of these guys. Okay. They should be processing, doing all of its shenanigans. And we're going to hopefully see that come out here soon. Okay. So 2 of these guys. I just want to make sure I'm right. Yeah, 160. Okay. We'll deposit all. That should give us the shiny, and that should be the meka-tana able to be made. Which I don't know if this meka-tana is really worth it, but we're going to let it go, and we're going to see what happens. So there's the katana blade. And of course, since they've augmented this, I'm assuming it's going to be super powerful. But I may be absolutely wrong. So let's let this thing fill up here on power. So it already does 50 damage. First and foremost, that's a crap ton of damage. But that's not even all. There is actually attack amplifications that we can do. Let's actually go upstairs here. Quieter up here. There is attack amplification stuff that we can do that is right here. So the attack amplification unit, which requires the attack amplification unit that's only usable in the mecha tool. The one, how many can we do here? We can just do 4. Okay. Let's grab 3 more iron swords. And then we just need the modification table. And we need a gate, which I actually already have in my inventory. Oh, I need to convert these, right? I need to do this. So now this does 100 damage. Holy cow, okay. That's nuts. And is this thing enchantable? I don't think it will be. No, it's just reactive. Okay. Alright, so that does replace our sword, kind of, because we need to see what else we can do with this, because if we can do, like, looting... is it not going to tell me what the meka-tana can be put on? Okay, so that's kind of one downfall with this mechanism weapons mod, is we'll need to look up the units and then just determine which ones are used here. So I'm just going to do that off camera here, and I will be back in a little bit. I'm just going to have to hover. That's all I'm going to have to do, but I don't know 100% what's supported and what's not. Okay, so there's no other real upgrades besides the energy unit, but I also just realized we can actually change the damage that this does. So low does set this to 50, medium's 100, high is 150, super high is 200, extreme is 250. So right now, do we have the mod in here? We do. We do have a target dummy. So that does 317 damage. 476 if I land a crit. So if I change this down to low, we're still doing over 100 damage on crit, especially because the strength 2 bonus. That's why I wanted to do this, is to test how much we're doing by base. So we're doing 317. Now if I took off the strength pendant, whichever one that one is, and I make sure it's disabled. Okay, I think it's disabled. So let's let the strength just dissipate. Okay, so now we're doing 310. We're doing 465. We put this back on. Okay. I mean, that is... Oh, I saw like a 700. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so one thing I'm seeing is we are draining the power out of this quite quickly. So what I may want to do is grab some energy units. And I don't know how many. Maybe 3 or 4. But I'm just going to auto-craft these bad boys. Because I don't feel like crafting them. We'll just go with 4 for now. And hopefully that will keep us with enough charge in this tool. If not, we'll have to find something else. But I'm hoping that should be good. That is 102 million FE. Okay. I don't know if I'm confident enough to take on the gateway again. But let's just look at what other gateways we have. So I know we do have the... Well, actually, yeah, there's the Trials of Awaken. So Gateway of the Hellish Forest. We have, what is that one? So that one's just a default recipe. So that's the Endless Boss Gateway, which just, yeah, I'm not doing that one. Endless Blaze Gateway. Gateway of the Emerald Grove. Just gives a whole bunch of animals at the end, which is pretty nifty. Okay. So nothing too exciting besides the Trials of Awakening with the Gateway mod. But yeah, we will definitely have to figure out more with this. Oop, can I break you? There we go. Okay. But yeah, I definitely want to figure out a little bit more. I think doing 250 damage is definitely a lot, but I don't know if that's like end-all be-all, right? I don't think we have anything else other than that for like strength. We have the strength card applied as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, because that's the most. That's like the most amount of strength you can do. I don't think I'm confident enough to say we could do the Trials of Awakening right now. We attempted it, we failed at it, and that sucks. Because I really was hoping we could do it one shot. But I know now that we're going to be able to do a whole bunch of enchanting. And actually, isn't there... Don't we have enchanting that allows us to do more damage and stuff? So nothing in here seems like it'd be worth my time just yet. Okay. Because I actually forgot. We can enchant this armor as well. So if we have anything that affects the, like, attack damage, we could theoretically do that. We would just have to be able to get that going. Right? So if we go here, just look through here, we could maybe find something that does more damage. If there is anything of that sort, of course. Doesn't look like there is. So I think we're kind of maxed out on strength. We really just need to probably push towards the quantum sword. The quantum set of armor and everything. But I mean, right now we're basically a tank. That Apotheosis boss couldn't even touch me. So I'm not really worried about armor. I'm more worried about just getting everything killable. That's the problem. So I think for now, we're going to be done contemplating. I think we have a good path forward. There is also, of course, the other weapons from mecha weapons. We have the mecha bow, which is really good in my opinion. It does 50 plus damage, I do believe. And also we can get the attack amplification, whatever the gravity dampener. Defy gravity with the power of antimatter. Full charge shot goes straight to the target. So that just gives us basically auto aim. Draw speed, increase the draw speed. Auto fire. Fire arrows made of pure energy, remove the need for ammunition. So yeah, definitely, I think we'll look at that between this, probably next episode. Yeah, I just need to go get another shiny alloy ingot, and we should be good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the rambling. We will be back next episode with something new, I guess. We'll probably look at a couple other mods. I've just been trying to complete up some of these lines that we have over here. And of course, we just did the bosses. And so we have a handful of other things that I want to look into. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.